though, that allows people to be crazy.
Yeah. All right. Um, what we talked about yesterday.
This may finish the rest of the show. I don't know. We
No,
may get
no.
through it. We may get through
Would
it.
you date a bus driver? An exclusive one-on-one interview with Iyanla Van Zant. Is it Van Zant?
Mm-hmm.
She asked Eboni. Let me see if there's a short clip.
I know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? You. Would you date
if
a
he
bus
owns the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus,
See, that's a problem. That's
See?
a problem.
Hold on.
That's a problem. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus.
Okay. This sent shockwaves through Twitter and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Because people was debating back and forth, kind of like how we was debating, on if you are a successful woman like Eboni, okay, who's a lawyer,
There's
she's
levels
good
of
looking.
success too.
Well, I'm saying her lawyer.
So we're
good
using
looking.
her as an example.
You use her as an
Okay, 'cause
example.
that's a different type of woman.
Is she wrong for saying that because she's at a certain level of success that she would not date a guy who drives a bus?
I don't think she is.
And why not?
I think, and I understand what Iyanla is saying because there is some truth to it. We know people in our lives, family members, friends, sorority sisters, and we've seen all the ages. We've seen all the packages of that these women all come in. And sometimes we'll sit back and we'll make our own opinion on, ooh, we used to classify some women, and they may not like it, as cars. A BMW, a Corvette versus a Ford Taurus, a smaller car. We would say how men may view the women. If she's a BMW, woo, she may be a little hard to catch. Or she may be, I gotta be at this level to get to her because she's a nice car, expensive car, good looking car. I personally feel it depends on the woman. It depends on her level of success. I don't down Eboni because Eboni is at a higher level than some people that should not say that.
Okay.
She's a TV person. She has her degree. She's been on Housewives. She's a lawyer. I think she's a lawyer.
She is a lawyer.
She can say, no, I'm not dating a bus driver.
Now,
if he owns the bus company.
All right. Now, this is the problem I have with what she said.
Go ahead.
I have a problem when people you automatically have sized up somebody just by the job that they do. I have a problem with that. Now, she didn't say, that's why Iyanla said, I would date a bus driver if he was a good man, if he was a good man or whatever. Why not ask, why is he driving the bus? You don't know why he's driving the bus. He could be retired. He could be a millionaire and saying, I drive the bus so I can get out during the day and that keeps me busy. Now, she didn't miss her blessing because she's not even willing to even look towards his direction. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like you should at least talk to somebody. It doesn't matter what job they do. You don't know why they're there, what predicament. Now, another reason why I don't like her saying that is she has the right to say it. I agree. Yeah. People have a right to have preferences. Yeah. But don't come to Iyanla and say, I have a preference, but I can't find somebody. That's when I have a problem.
No. The reason, and this is
we started off what she said.
This is my opinion. And looking at what's her name? Because I follow her in some ways.
Well, quit saying you having a problem dating people.
No. Let me finish. First of all, I don't believe Iyanla is honest. She would not date, not at the level Iyanla is.
I think she would.
I don't think she would. No.
I think
Let's just fix that up. I really think she would.
I don't agree. She's telling the truth.
No.
All right.
She would not date no bus driver.
I think she would.
No.
All right.
You
ain't basing that on nothing.
That's my opinion.
All right.
That's
Which
my
means
opinion.
nothing.
So
because it's not based on
And I don't
nothing.
like the fact that you coming hard at women who say they won't.
I do have a problem if you say you won't and you asking Iyanla why you can't find a man.
The thing is,
if she would have said, Iyanla, I'm happy being single. Mm-hmm. I don't care if I find anybody. If I die single, I'm happy. But is it wrong for me to say my preference is I would not date a bus driver? Then I wouldn't have a problem with that.
The point I'm making with this chick, though, Eboni, watching Eboni, to me, is the same issue that Sunny, when she spoke on The View, when she was dating before she met her husband now of 20 years, I think they've been together.
Well, they grew together. So that's
still, I'm getting to a point here.
All right, go ahead.
I watch women and I watch their demeanor. I watch how they talk. I watch how they respond. If there's sometimes black men, even the bus driver, don't want to date her. Because there's an air about her. So and that can be, here's the thing, she gonna have problems with any man.
Right.
Or even, because she said that there's men who have ghosted her. She admitted that. She said she dated a guy, they met on the internet, and he ghosted her.
Eboni?
Eboni. He ghosted her. So I'm sitting here going, Eboni is a nice looking woman.
Well, if she making comments like she wouldn't date a bus
that's
driver,
what I'm saying. I'm saying it goes both ways. I'm not disagreeing with you. I do get what you're saying. We're talking about this particular woman.
Right.
So I don't want to put every woman like Eboni's level in a category.
It's not the same.
I'm saying Eboni has problems.
I don't have a problem with people having preferences. Mm-hmm. Not every man wants to date a heavy woman.
Thank you. Yeah, that's true.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
They may have preferences. He, as a bus driver, may have preferences.
Right.
Yeah.
So not everybody has to say. Some people don't want to date outside their race. Some people say, I'd rather stick with a black woman, or I'd rather stick with a white man, or I'd rather whatever.
Right.
People have preferences. I don't have a problem with that. But don't have a preference when you eliminate people and then come back and say you having an issue dating. That's what I don't like. Mm-hmm. If you have a preference, if you a man and you have a preference that you say, I don't want to date any heavy women, and you are at home every Saturday night alone and nobody wants to talk to you, the BMWs, like you said, the women that are nice shaped and beautiful.
Well, you don't have to be a BMW to even be a nice shape.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there. I'm saying you a
can
man.
Be whatever career.
Right.
And still be the shape
I'm
that he
just
wants.
throwing this out here.
Yeah.
I'm saying you want to date a BMW, whatever. And you a guy and you at home and you can't find anybody. And there's been some little thick girls that's come up to you and said hi, and you don't want to talk to them because you don't want to talk to anybody heavy. I don't have a problem with that if you're okay being at home on Saturday night, watching your games or whatever. But don't come and complain.
Has she done that?
Well, she just I played the first part.
Oh, because I can tell you for her, my opinion.
I played the first part.
My opinion.
She asked Iyanla the question.
Okay, my opinion for her. We're not talking about every woman. We're talking about Eboni.
Right.
She has made comments on certain shows that her friend hooked her up with somebody.
Right.
And I'm thinking your friend and your circle of friends, they're probably friends, family members, people that they work with. Hey, he's a good guy. He's an investor, whatever. They're ghosting her.
Right.
So now you got to go, okay, what's wrong with Eboni?
Right.
Because we were even talking about, thank goodness she has a man. We don't know these people's personal lives. When we start seeing BMW levels like Halle Berry, who goes from man to man, you start thinking, Halle, you done had 3 different guys. I'm glad you're with this one and he's making you happy. But what's going on with you?
But
you're a beautiful woman. You start thinking, What's going on in these women's lives that wouldn't even fit a bus driver?
But I've also heard Halle Berry say that she's dated blue collar guys.
Okay.
But it's not all out in the media. So that tells me she's not shallow.
She's open.
That's why I say, why would you assume Iyanla's lying?
I didn't say Halle Berry was shallow.
No, I'm saying when they make those comments, if Halle Berry said, I would date a bus driver, why would she be lying? Like that Iyanla.
I don't believe Iyanla Van Sant would date a bus driver. Not right now in her life. Maybe 10, 15 years ago. I don't think she would now.
She would. I think if Iyanla was in church and a nice looking man came up to her, maybe that's her
if you're
dream.
older, you're right. You may have a reason for driving that bus. You could be retired.
Or just a guy came up to her age, and she liked his person. She liked him.
He made her laugh.
Let's just say in church.
Okay.
And they start talking, and she said, I see you here every Sunday. I like you. You have a good personality. I like you. Let's go. He said, let's go out sometime. First of all, how would you know he drives a bus unless you see him in his bus outfit? If he's just a guy you like and you see him and he asks you out, you sitting across the table and you like each other. And she says, well, what do you do for a job? And he say, I drive the city bus. I don't think she would get up and walk away.
But you know what? I challenge that depending on her age. Let's just be real,
That's
guys.
true. Age does make a difference.
Because if you're 60 and over,
it does make
more
a difference.
than likely he's retired.
It does make
He's
a difference.
probably working the bus. I don't care.
It does make a difference.
I'm over 65. I'm
right.
like, dude, I like you because you make me laugh.
Right.
You nice looking. You smell good.
You're right.
You're a man of integrity. This chick right here, she is not 60 over. She's what, 40 something? 39. So she's at that age where they're like,
she's at that age where she may not meet nobody.
If he's a bus driver at 39,
she acting like she 20. Like that 1%. That even though Ebony is good looking and she's a lawyer, nobody cares. That dude that's in that 1% that she wants to date, why would he want her at 39? I don't care how good looking she is. There's a 22-year-old that looks like her.
Are you
that
saying,
can have kids for him? Why would he want a 39-year-old?
Now, here's the thing, too. Are you saying, like how you use Halle Berry as an example, and she's an entertainer, whatever, and known, are you saying her response to that question lets you know where she is as far as...
She's shallow. She didn't say...
Because if she would have said... You know what? I have dated a guy. Or
if she would
say, meeting someone.
Or if she would have said, like if Iyanla would have asked her, would you date a bus driver? You know what, Iyanla? I'm gonna answer you very honestly. If I met him at church or somewhere and I like him, I might ask later on, what do you do for a living? He may say I'm a bus driver, and at that point, I don't care because I like him. But would I get on the bus? And a guy behind the wheel try to holler at me and I say, hey, no.
And I think Tyler...
And to me, but not say, do you own the bus? That's, to me, is shallow.
I noticed why Tyler Perry wrote that story with Idris was in it. The
mechanic.
He was a mechanic. He was a driver at first.
Thank you.
He drove what's her name's character around, and she's a lawyer. Her friends was like, I know you ain't dating him.
Thank you.
He is a mechanic. He barely can get his kids.
Why do women do that? And you in your 30s. Look, I'm going to say something.
If you look like Idris, heck yeah,
I'm going to say something, and y'all women out here, y'all not going to like it, and I don't care.
Okay.
That's why they didn't like Kevin Samuels, the one that died. They hated him.
Oh, right.
Because women would call in and he called them fat slobs and all kind of stuff.
You're not a BMW.
Or he would tell them, who are you?
You
that
are
some man would want
a
you.
station wagon.
Or Andrew Tate or any of these other guys that women cannot stand. But you have got to understand that there are a lot of men who think like they do. And the ones that are in that 1% that become more successful think like them. A lot of them think like them.
Okay.
Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels and all of them. They start to make money and they start thinking my options are bigger.
I got more
why would I want
now in
you
the ocean
when I can get a 22-year-old you?
I don't have to fish in a lake where it's real small.
I'm in the middle of the ocean, for God's sakes. I can have all kind of fish.
Yeah.
Why would I want a barracuda?
Yeah.
And not saying Ebony is a barracuda.
Right.
Because she is successful and she is pretty and she's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But she has got to lower that. And I told you I had that conversation.
It may not be a bus driver, but at least keep your options open.
All I'm saying
that he may not be at that educational level or
out
job level.
What a person is, who they are, more than what they do. Find out who they are. He could be driving a bus, getting ready to pass his law exam. He could be in school, driving the bus, saying, I'm getting ready to become a lawyer like you. In 2 years, this man is going to be making what she making, if not more. And I personally know, and you know me, talked to somebody who was in school who wasn't making no money. He now make 3 times more than what I make.
The potential.
So you have to talk to people and find out who they are. Is he intelligent? What is his goals? What does he want to do?
And I guess too, you have to be at a place too where,
or be 22 and be willing to throw the rod out.
It's not a cut and dry thing when it comes to dating. No matter
not.
how, if you are a BMW, if you feel you are a BMW and you really are a Chevy, whatever.
Yes.
How your esteem about yourself,
Yes.
what level you are educational wise, whatever. If you,
but she act like she a 22-year-old girl that look. You're not 22.
She's not 22.
You're 39.
But that's not fair though. Her options are wider. She has more options than some women.
I agree.
She's known. She's on TV. She has probably made 6 figures.
So then
a lot of women working at McDonald's or just got out of college.
But men don't care.
No.
Yeah, men don't care.
No.
They care what you look like.
No, I'm saying we're not talking about men don't care. We're talking about the woman.
No, I'm talking about the man.
Let the woman have the options too.
I'm talking about the man. If you saying you want,
she's talking to her, not the bus driver man.
No, I'm talking about the man because they the ones that choose too on the other side. I'm saying that man that's that 1%, they'll talk to a girl that work at McDonald's. They don't care if she cute. That's all I'm saying is a lot of guys
I don't understand what you're saying. We're not talking about from the guy's perspective. We're talking about the women. Why are you letting the man have more opportunities to fish and what kind of woman he wants? Why can't the woman do that too?
Because men choose women. It's not the other way around. I'm sorry. The Bible says he who finds a wife.
I know, but that's not knocking what her.
That's why she on Iyanla's show asking, how do I find a man?
But you trying to tell me that a woman should have no preferences at all?
No, I'm saying you should have preferences.
But then what's the problem?
I'm saying you should have preferences, but you got to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
In other words, if you, and this is where
because some bus drivers probably feel like they can't get her.
That's wrong.
Kim, let's just be real. A bus driver driving, he sees this woman on TV. She's on Housewives or whatever, New Jersey. She is a lawyer. She has a news show. Do you really think that bus driver think he can get at her?
But a lot of
Let's
guys,
just keep that real.
But a lot of guys feel like that because of what she said.
No, that's not fair.
She just said unless he owned the bus.
Y'all can. That's a survey we can take. If a guy is a cab driver, a blue collar worker, and he sees the woman on TV with her own show, with a degree, she's a talk host person, do you really think he gonna come at her with some lines to pick her up?
What I'm saying is that he won't because she made comments like this.
Okay.
I'm saying if women would stop doing that, then these guys, these blue collar worker guys would feel like they can
I got a chance. If she would have said, yeah, I date a bus driver.
But if you superficial and all you looking at is how much money he got in his pocket, they superficial too. That's what I'm saying. It's both superficial. She looking at how much money he got, and he looking at how young and pretty she is. Both people are superficial. That's all I'm saying. If most guys would stop being, well, look how beautiful she is or whatever, then maybe let me talk to this girl. She may not look like Halle Berry, but she has a nice little face on her. She kind of cute to me. I think she kind of cute. I holler at her.
So
If they was just, all I'm saying is,
I guess we both are saying just be open.
be open.
To
Quit always looking.
explore
If you're the
other
dude
avenues.
that's in the 1%, quit always looking for Halle Berry
Okay.
and Rihanna. They don't want you because you in the one. Now that you in the 1%, right?
Mm-hmm.
They picking from the 1%.
Well, yeah, because you just said pretty much a 1% can't come at her.
No, 1% is the guys that make all the money.
Oh, that
Yeah.
percent. Okay.
And I'm saying they looking at the same pool of women. Rihanna, Beyonce, you know what I'm
younger,
saying?
more prettier.
Yeah, and those women are using them up like handbags.
Because even
they like, I'm done with you. Let me go to the next one.
Oprah's friend Gail was saying that there's a challenge with dating.
Yes.
So it's unfair.
Would Gail date a bus driver?
But here's the thing, I don't know. And who's to say if you was to sit Gail down and she said, yeah, Kim, I have dated bus drivers. I've dated police officers. I've dated cab drivers. And they feel insecure when I talk with them. Now they feel like, oh, I don't understand how I got
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Now, why does a bus driver have to talk like that?
Gail, you like me for real?
Why does he have to talk like that?
Because he's desperate. I'm trying to be a desperate
Why can't
voice.
he be a cool bus driver?
What do you mean?
Like, why does he have to be like,
because he's nervous? He's got Gail King.
Okay.
He's sitting down having dinner with Gail King. First of all, he's nervous that he can pay for it.
That's the other thing. Now, if her response would have been, Iyanla, honestly, I wouldn't date a bus driver because my time is weird as a lawyer. And because I'm on television, I have to go from here to there. I have to fly to New York and California and all kind of places. I need somebody who has a schedule kind of like mine where he can pick up and go. Somebody who may work from home or something like that. If he drives a bus, he has a 9-to-5 job. And we can't really do stuff at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is when I'm open. Or that's a different response. Or if you're a guy, I don't want to date a heavy woman. That's not my preference. I work out every day. I watch what I eat. I'm into fitness. I'm into my body. I don't want to get up and run, and she want to sit home and eat chips.
Right.
I want somebody to work out with me.
They understand the health and the journey that I'm taking because they like it too.
Or your preference, I don't want to date anybody. I want to date a black man.
Yeah.
I'm a black woman. I like to go to the barbecue and not have everybody and their mama look at me. Or I like the black family.
Or I'm open to dating out of my race. I'm okay. Or
I'm open to date a white man. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Just to me, if you have a non-shallow reason for your preference, that's fine.
And going back to the age thing too, because remember we talked about a friend of the family who's older.
Yeah.
Like in my mom's age group, she remarried. And she married a gentleman that's a janitor.
Right.
And outside her race.
Now, I'll never marry a janitor. No, just kidding.
Some women would say
I'm
that.
just joking.
No.
I made a whole big old thing about a bus driver. And then my last thing is like,
not a janitor. I don't go that low. No, that's wrong.
Why are you a janitor?
No, but they're seniors.
Okay.
That makes a difference. They're seniors. He's probably retired. I don't know. Whatever his situation is. They're happy.
Or it may not matter. You don't care that he's a janitor.
They're still married. And she
That's all I'm saying.
So yeah, I don't know. To me it depends on the age.
I don't like a preference when it's shallow.
Okay.
If you have a preference and it's rooted in something, then I don't mind.
Like you only date brunettes.
If I say okay, so why don't you date blondes? You can have a reason. You can say, you know what? I don't date blondes because I actually love the way a brunette's hair looks. I like that dark feature. I like that Italian or that look that a woman with dark hair and dark features has, that olive skin. I'm attracted to women in Italy.
Because some people
or something like that. Or you might date blondes.
But
you might say, I love blue eyes. I love sparkling blue eyes.
Here's the thing too with that.
But not shallow.
We got family members. I got coworkers whose husbands had a preference.
Well, our preference is dark men, and I married a light man.
Whose preference, and they didn't marry their preference.
Right.
So, like you're saying, they left themselves open Because my coworker, she's a brunette.
Mm-hmm.
She said her husband loved blondes. He's always been attracted to blondes. I said, well, what did he marry you for? She said, I'm just a good person. He fell in love with me.
He didn't do what Ebony did.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't even talk to her. She's not a blonde.
He married her. She's a brunette.
So that means he actually talked to her. That's what I'm saying.
I think they probably, and then too, if you're in a situation, and that's hard, you guys, because a lot of times you're in an environment where you don't get an opportunity to meet maybe other people. So you kind of stuck with where you are.
That's true.
And you just, because when I was going to college, we were dating outside our race because most of the guys on our campus was other race. They were either white guys, they're Latino, whatever.
Right.
So a lot of the black women on our campus was dating white guys.
Yeah.
And that's their opportunity to, and one fell in love and got married. So you don't know. You know, you use hopefully the environment you're in and take advantage of it.
But you don't know.
But be open, like you
and
said.
most of the guys that I've dated don't like heavy women.
Right. When they met
I'll be the first person they
met her and they went,
I ain't never dated no heavy girl before.
I like you. Hi.
So,
and they can hang with Kim and they like her.
Right.
So, okay.
But there is a discrepancy when it's a guy who works out and stuff all the time. It's like, I don't match you, dude.
We'll put that survey out there. I'm curious.
Let me see. We go back. Scooby-Doo. So everybody's saying hi to everybody. She always wears the same thing. I think she's talking about Nicole Kidman. Wedding in the cemetery. Christ Jesus. Somebody had on a wedding. Probably that guy's dress. Scooby-Doo says she looked like a black flower. Probably somebody. Wendy says, hey guys. Scooby-Doo says, even if they have money, it does not mean it will be a good man. Yes.
Thank you.
Even if they have money, okay. It does not mean that they will be a good person. It makes her seem shallow. Probably Ebony. Mm-hmm. She may not have substance. MV Speaks Life says, I just met with 2 bus drivers today, black men. We had a great conversation. And now she's laughing and she says, Baha, y'all are too funny.
Would you marry him?
Yeah, she might.
I'm just saying, some women wouldn't.
I don't know.
You have a good time with him, but you wouldn't marry him. You want some more. You want something more. You bring him. You feel
but
you're bringing a lot to
what he has.
I'm just saying, some people feel like I'm bringing a lot to the table.
What are you bringing? Money?
No, I'm saying as far as having, like, let's just say, for example, he don't have his own house. He still lives at home with his mom. You, like you're saying, get to know the reason why he's at all of this. He could be going through an ugly divorce. He lost the house to the mother.
See,
it could be all different circumstances.
Then you got a thing of, we got kids. See, that's a preference. Some people say, I don't want no baby dad. I don't want nobody
as he's taking care of his children.
But I don't want nobody with young kids.
No. Would you date a guy who's not paying child support?
To me, that
tells you his integrity, lack of it. So a lot of,
or is he paying too much child support? I don't want nobody with 8 baby mamas.
Yeah, like Nick Cannon.
So I don't have a problem. Yes, I don't have a problem with people with preferences, like you said.
Okay.
You can have a preference. What is it built on? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. How strong? And you don't hold on to him too tight when you get 60 years old.
The problem that Ebony had is when she said, she answered her back saying, does he own the bus? Mm-hmm. That made her shallow. Because either you're going to date a bus driver or not. That's my thing.
I'm telling you.
No, I don't care if he owns the bus company. I'm not dating a bus driver.
Looking at this woman and following her, she will not date a bus driver.
Yeah.
He has to own the company or be a CEO at the company.
And that's fine. But don't come on Iyanla asking her, how do you meet men?
I'm just saying. Okay.
That's fine.
And then a lot of people are sitting there going, you have problems with a date. You're nice looking. You got money.
She's old. She's 39.
No, that's not old.
To men in the top 1%, it is.
No, it's not old. I'm thinking, to me, when you got an attractive woman who's on
they
TV.
Don't care.
No, I look at it too, even like Gayle King. I'm sorry. I don't look at the age thing. I look at the fame of the woman, the look of the woman.
Man.
I don't care about being a man. She can date outside her race.
I get her.
There's other men who would adore her, and they don't have to be black.
Okay,
if she's only wanting black men,
so
maybe
why
that's
are you on Iyanla saying you can't find a man? If it's so many of these men that want her.
I'm saying if the bottom line is, if you are an attractive woman having problems finding a man, then it is you. You're shallow.
That's
you're
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because remember, I told you about Sonny.
Or you just old.
No, not even the old thing. Sonny said before she married Manny, she was dating a gentleman. He ghosted her. He didn't even talk to her no more, and she didn't understand why. This is her younger days.
Yeah.
Sonny is a nice looking woman. She's a not every y'all who watched the View, y'all can honestly say Kim's age thing. Sonny was young. But that dude didn't want to talk to her. I don't care how pretty you are, how young you are, how your body is shaped. Some men go, it ain't worth it.
I just said that.
You are a diva.
Because
at 22.
And I'm saying it's 22 because there's 100,000 22-year-olds
I'm saying
that look like you that are divas.
I'm just saying on the other side of that, some 22-year-olds are divas and drive men away as well.
And there's a lot of 22-year-olds that are not, that are still pretty.
He went to
why not go to one?
Went to another
That's
lady
what I'm saying.
and said, I don't want to deal with Sonny no more.
That's what I'm saying. They got too many options when they at that top 1%.
Well, if you're a BMW,
why would I want a BMW that got engine problems? No, I'll go out and get another BMW. It's 100 BMWs out there.
Exactly, yeah.
So why would I
get an older model BMW? That's because you said age. You want a new one.
A new
hot off the press.
Yes. And we're not saying all men, guys.
Exactly.
There's some men who aren't shallow, who actually don't care.
And there's some men who date older women.
Right.
Because they don't want no younger woman who is shallow as well.
We're talking about a large percentage. Mm-hmm. And that's why these women get older and older and have problems dating. Mm-hmm. Because they still trying to pull from that 1% pool. That's why they don't like what Kevin Samuels and them said, and Andrew Tate, when they say they don't want you. Why would he want you? And you're older when he could get somebody younger and he's a billionaire. Why would he want you? And you could meet a guy who's in that 1% who does want you. But look at how you found him if you're not even allowing God to even bring him to you. Yeah. Even this, I noticed that even in big churches, how come all of the pastors, these famous rich pastors, their wives don't look like the girl next door?
What do you mean?
Why are their wives always the cutest girl in the church?
Of course, because they
God told me you're gonna be my wife. Only the prettiest woman in church. God told you.
You said this. That's what attracts them.
Thank you.
They have a bigger ocean to get.
Why isn't the
they not swimming from no lake?
Fishing
from no lake.
And why is the man of God in these high-powered churches? Where's the fat woman that he's marrying? They're never fat. They always thin and the good looking ones.
We're not talking about the ones that's
all I'm saying is he got a whole church full of women, and you know the majority of them are big because the majority of women that go to church are fat. Why you ain't marry a fat girl?
That's wrong.
You pulled that girl out of there, the skinny one that's good looking, and God told you to marry her. All the fat women in the church, but God told you to marry that
on both
one.
sides.
Get out of here.
We're talking.
They look at looks too.
No,
man of God.
But we're not talking about the men. We're talking about her and the women.
All right.
Quit bringing the man up. How men think.
I'm
how
just
men
saying.
feel. What men options are.
I'm just saying you
don't
in
care
church.
about the man.
I'm just saying you in church and you heavy or not as good looking as these other women, and you still can't get the pastor because he's looking at the light skin or good looking woman that's skinny.
But like you said, it doesn't matter what men say and think. If you feel good about yourself, like if you like Lizzo and you know you look good, whether you fluffy or not, you still gonna have your preference of who you want to. You're not gonna go with the guys that don't want you because you're fat. You gonna go with a guy that likes you because of you.
Because
you
Lizzo has lowered her standard and said I would date.
You're speaking for the men. We don't want to.
No,
speak
I'm
for
speaking
the
for the woman.
No.
Because she's lowered her thing and said I'm not only gonna date somebody like Idris Elba. I'll date a guy that's a nice guy. That's why she's dating.
She's 20. What, Kim?
Yeah.
Most guys, like you saying, they not coming at her because of her size. Does that matter to her, though?
No.
We got to speak from the woman's point of view, not the. I don't care if men are into size and looks. One guy said to my friend, he don't date women with braids. I said, Negro, get back. Yes, he meant it, too.
That's his brother.
He don't date women with braids or women with weaves.
Now, if Halle Berry had a weave on, would he say no? Or if her hair was braided? That's what I'm saying.
And it doesn't matter because it's what Halle Berry with her braids
feel
like.
if he would not date her.
So I was just saying, let's use this argument with this from the woman's point of view, not the man.
All right.
I can care less what the man
well,
wants.
the bottom line is where I say,
because you even don't care what the man wants, because you've also stir up guys who said their preference is not thick.
But
women.
I'm also not calling in Iyanla asking her to help me find a man.
Messing with Eboni on that one.
Well, don't ask her then. If you're gonna be shallow, don't ask somebody's opinion on why you can't find a man.
How did the rest of that go? That interview?
Oh, I don't know. That was the end of it.
That was?
No, the end of the clip.
Oh.
Let's see. MV Speak says, "Baha, y'all are too funny." M Perk says, "What about the nurse that will not date a bus driver?" Yeah, she a blue collar worker. She want to date somebody too. Nobody wants to date the bus driver. Poor bus drivers.
What nurse?
Blue collar women who don't want to date somebody that's a blue collar. They looking for that 1% too.
But you said if they got that look, you said men date anyone.
That's
it don't
true.
matter. She could be at McDonald's.
That's true.
So it don't matter if she look good.
That's true. And on the flip side, if you really are a BMW, you're not dating a bus driver.
Right.
You might.
You know you can get one better than a bus driver.
You're trying to go for the guy who's the athlete.
Yeah.
Or somebody that got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it's all shallow.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
On both sides.
Okay.
Mike says hit the like button. Thanks, Mike. Everybody hit the like button.
Thank you, Mike.
MV Speak Life says, "I wouldn't marry those two. Laughing my butt off."
You know what? Just be you, whoever you are. Like you're saying, the
now,
bottom line
you
is
just said
just
you had a good conversation with them.
I did not just say she ain't gonna marry him. Watch. You can have a good time with him, play cards, do some stuff. When it comes time to marry,
she said maybe go bowling, laughing my butt off, but not marry.
I ain't marrying you.
Scooby Doo says Nick Cannon has the money to pay for all of his kids, but people have a problem with him having so many kids. I guess by so many women. Yeah, because they're not in the same house,
and it's not quality time.
He couldn't even. I watched his kids with Mariah. They had a surprise birthday party for them, and all the kids was running out. I ain't see Nick Cannon.
Oh no!
Thank you. He can't even be at the kids' birthday party.
He have to have a schedule, his little calendar.
M. Perk says women usually look for status and providers. Men look for attractiveness and compatibility. Yes.
Yep.
So basically what we said.
What do you think Donald Trump? He ain't looking good.
And see what happens. That's not a person that talks. They don't even talk to each other.
Yeah.
He went for looks. And the women that he